All right, so the next thing I want to find out is how far can this how far can this hose go before it hits an elbow or something? There's an elbow this direction to turn up toward the street, so I'm going to go in 3 or 4 feet. That's going to stop. So let's see how far in we can go before it hits something. We want as far up the pipe as we can. Less chance for water coming back this direction. So. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, that's as far as it's going to go. So we'll save this spot. See if we can mark it somehow. Pretty far. It's like about maybe 10 feet. So this is as far as it's going to go in. So above that, we want to put that Teflon silicone tape wrap here to cover that. So Teflon tape will stick to itself. So we can just start wrapping this thing, and it should, even when it's wet, it should still stick. It'll stick to itself. Just keep going around. Could probably use up this whole one and maybe the next one. So some of the next one. So you have to get pretty big diameter to cover that. So this is what I came up with. I could stick a rag in there, and that would prevent some of the discharge, but I think this is going to be better. No, I don't remember how much I paid for this. I don't think it's that expensive. It's just silicone. So that's a start. We need to get some more though. That's not enough. There's my other one. Oh, here it is. Okay, I have a whole nother reel of this stuff. So okay, we'll have to test it at some point. All right, so here we go. Keep going. Make sure we overlap the end of this here. Take off this backing. I don't need that much more probably. Okay, it doesn't have to be a perfect seal, it just has to get most of it. I think easier to work with. I'm going to cut this off, and then we'll see if that's enough. So you just wrap it, keep it taut, and it'll stick to itself, like I say, and be waterproof. You can actually fix leaky hoses with this. It works really well. It's a quick fix, and it lasts pretty much forever. Silicone is pretty inert. So, all right, so that may be enough. Let's try it. And we'll see if it's the right diameter. I can't test it up here anymore because this is too long. So I didn't want to wrap it in a short section and then take it off and do it again. So, although it could probably do that, but I'd rather just do it once. So we'll try shoving this in again. Not that far, so it should be okay. That's a pretty good fit right there. All right, I think just a couple more wraps and it'll be a perfect fit. So let's cut another section here, about 1 foot long, and we'll just wrap it around what we started with. Find the end. Make sure we overlap that. Yeah, okay. Keep it taut. Okay, this is good. This will be just about right here. You can take it back off. I think at some point it's not going to stick very well, but all right, I think that's going to do it. I'll shove this in here. That was too much. Won't go in now, so that was too much. So we'll take off a wrap. care if I waste a little bit of this. So we'll take off one layer and try it again. So I'd rather get it as tight as I can, because they say this is going to be running for a few days. So, all right, so that second wrap was too much too. So I'll take one more wrap off. See, it's really sticking, so it's very sticky to itself, even in the presence of water, which makes it a great fix-it tape. All right, let's try this again. There. All right, so that's definitely wedged in there. All right, perfect. Now we're going to hook up the other end to the top of this thing. And I'm going to put Teflon tape on here too, because we don't want water leaking out of this. So. Teflon tape on here. This Teflon tape is really slippery. It's made of Teflon, so it's slippery. So we got to get a good start. Once it's on there and has some friction, it'll stay. But getting it started is sometimes tricky. And it'll stick to itself to some extent. So tighten this down. Finger tight to start with. And then we're just going to go a little bit with our wrench. We don't want to over tighten this because again it'll crack that plastic. This is metal, so the metal will crack the plastic, as you might expect. So we'll just go another quarter turn to make it super snug. That's good. I will drop this down in the hole. Get this other hose out of the way. Down you go. Down into the depths. Bottom of the hole. It's not that far. Try to get it on a flat spot. It's pretty flat at the bottom. That's about it. Nesting on the bottom? No, still got somewhere to go. Okay. Alright, so I can feel it sort of clunk on the bottom. So it's on the bottom. Now, the moment of truth, we're going to plug it in and see what happens. You should hear the pump go on. I think we're all ready to go. Let's try it. We got a grounded plug with a GFCI on it, so that should be pretty safe. I hear the pump. Alright, so let's go out to the street and we'll see if water's coming out. If it is, we're golden. Well, there's the water. Okay, so there's air bubbling out of our discharge. So hopefully most of it, that was just some residual air hopefully. Most of it is going to be going out to the street. So let's go see what we're getting at the street. So here's the side of the house. Part of the French drain is going right underneath our feet, along with the discharge. So it goes about, it's about 6 feet from the house because we didn't want to take all these bushes out. So the French drain comes along here, in front of the air conditioner, right through here. I might be a little farther at this point. I think it's right in this area. So when I put this patio in later, obviously, and then it ties in with our downspouts, but not until we get close to the street. So the discharge pipe is coming out here and connects to the street. And as you can see, there's water coming out. All right, it's working. So the question is, we're starting this at 4 p.m. Question is, by tomorrow morning, how much water is left in that sump? We'll see, because this is a huge system. So it goes all around this side of the house and around the back, all the way around the back corner. Because again, this is the uphill side. So all the water, when it rains, drains down this way toward us, intersects the French drain, and goes down to the sump. So the real test will be once we get below the discharge. See, we're still, the water level in here is still above the discharge pipe. Once we get above the discharge, we'll see how much water is leaking back into the sump. So hopefully not a lot. I don't feel a lot of water. I mean, the air came out. The air is going to escape, so air is not the same as water escaping, although it could take some of the same paths. But hopefully in an hour or two we'll be below this discharge pipe. So we're just right at the top of it right now. My finger's only going in about 1/4 of an inch. So we'll come back and check in an hour and see if there's any water leaking back into the sump from the discharge. If it is, we can tweak that discharge again. I could put two wraps of two separate wraps of silicone tape, and that would make a better seal. It'd be a double seal. So if we get a lot of back leakage, then we'll go ahead and try that. But for now, let's let it go, and we'll see how we're making progress from where we were. So that's good. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Post a comment if you have any questions or ideas, and I'll try to respond. That's all for now, but more videos are coming, and if you want to see them, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification icon if you don't want to miss one. This is Beta Cygni signing out, and keep looking up.